the first question.
What did you think?
We were better. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for more intensity. A team that was, you know, a little more athletic and a little bigger. And I wanted to see how we came out of the gate. And I thought we came out of the gate really strong. If I'm not mistaken, in the first half, I think my starters were 24 out of 24. I've never heard of that. And I also want to tell you we had 31 assists, which I was happy about. You know, again, the game got crazy and we played, you know, I played those last 6 minutes and we only had 13 turns. So we're ahead in some cases, but we're behind in others. But you saw the toughness was better, the defense was better, all the things we've worked on. I hate to say this, we look like we may be a pretty good zone team when I go big with this team. I mean, with Anthony on that one wing, you're not getting a shot, so forget it. Play the other one. It means you've got to play half the court. I like Terrence at 3, so now you're 6'10", 6'10", 6'9" on your front line. And then Michael Gilchrist at 7'3" wingspan as your 2. What? And we had Duran Lamb as a point. I don't even know how they passed it around when we went to that zone.
Why? Yeah, why do you hate the idea of being a good zone team?
Well, you can't be good at everything. So you're either going to be a really good man team or you're going to be a really good zone team. The teams that really were good at zone and still are, Syracuse, that's what they play. That's their defense. And they work every day and they don't spend time in the game. Temple back in the day, that's what they played. Arizona State, Herb Sendek is playing zone. That's what they play. They play zone, so they're going to be good zone teams. But if they have to go man-to-man or press or do anything else, they're not as good. So I don't believe you can be good at everything. But as a change-up defense, this could be something we look to. I doubt it, but we might.
You talked after that last game about why Kit Gilchrist would start, because you thought he would help you get off to the bench.
Well, it wasn't only me. I mean, everybody that watched the game and saw it said this kid needs to be starting. There's no crazy, just leaving the game. But go ahead.
Just, I assume he gave you what he wanted, 7 points, I think, in the first 3 minutes. And then also, I guess
you see him run the court. Do you know now why I tell my team, if he's ahead of you and you don't give him the ball, you're coming out? He makes plays, transition. He gets to the rim, he'll pass it. He's a willing passer. He wants us to win, so he'll make that extra thing. But he's good. But Terrence played today. I mean, Terrence now, you know, you look at him and you see an athlete now, a guy that can fly up and down the court and put his head on the rim. Well, I didn't see that last game. And so, and then the other guy that played today was Anthony. He played with some aggressiveness. He still, you know, had some balls knocked from him and didn't come up with a few rebounds, but, you know, did you like our zone offense with him in there? Just throw it at the rim and, you know, make them play the basket, which means the middle's open, the wings are open. So.
Probably a lot of people assumed that if Kit Gilchrist was starting, that would mean Darius wasn't, and you came out with Darius out there and Lamb on the bench. Just talk about that. Just experimenting
we really got 6 starters, maybe 7 when Kyle's playing really good, but because those other 2 are older, I would say we have 6 starters. Any NBA team that's come in and just about everyone says the same thing. You have 6 starters. So one of them's going to have to come off the bench. Now, whether it's going to be Darius or Duran, I don't know right now. But it was either going to be Michael, Darius, or Duran. And after that first thing, and now this game, you all understand it's not going to be Michael. He's going to be starting. And so now, who's that other starter? And it's good because you got 2 guys you got to fight. And the thing that will take their games to another level, both Darius and Duran, is that competitive spirit, that battle for a spot. I think takes them to another level. And it really doesn't matter because who's in the end. And one of them was the MVP of the SEC tournament, and the other was the best player for us in the Final Four, Duran. They're both really good. I may do what I did a year ago, game to game, where it was DeAndre or Duran, depending on if I needed a defender or a scorer. What did we need in the game? So I may do that again. But you know, it's a good problem to have. Let me put it that way.
Cal, how do you judge what you saw tonight and kind of transfer it to when competition gets better and better as you move forward?
I'm going to watch the tape, and I told him I'm not even looking at the score. I want to see him staying in the stands. I want to see him stunning. I want to see him being physical, going after rebounds. I want to look at the rebound percentages offensively and defensively, make sure we were attacking. I thought we made easy plays, and which is what is hard to do in a game like this. And again, look, Morehouse, we played really well. That's why the score was what it was. I mean, Morehouse lost to Georgia by 24. I mean, they came in, and I'm telling you, they were excited. They were screaming in this hallway. They were jacked up on the court, and we hit them in the mouth to start the game. And but they're a good team. They're not a bad team. It's just that we were really good tonight. Now, will we be playing better teams? Obviously, we got the #1 ranked team in the country. We got a team that's been a top 5 team the last couple of years. We've got other teams on our schedule who are really good, talented players, and we're going to have to sustain effort and do all those things. But I will watch the tape and take what I can from it, and then probably going to watch some highlight tape tomorrow of this to show them when they were terrific, defensively and all those things, and how we ran wide. The last game we ran right up the middle of the court, didn't get anything. You know, so there were some good things, but there'll be some things I don't like. But
Cal, what did you think about Wilcher's? What do you think about Wilcher's play at 26 points?
No, I was happy. You know, the only thing I told him at halftime is, okay, well, you're starting to define your game. So your game is, if you're open for threes, take them. If they're tight and you want a one dribble pull up, take them. If not, hit the wing, go in the post and shoot a hook. Make it real simple. Don't invent stuff. Shoot the three, shoot the one dribble pull up, throw it to the wing, go in the post, shoot a runner. You see that hook he shot? Shoot hooks. I mean, you don't have to invent all the other stuff. He tried to throw that one pass through his ear, you know, to show you. He didn't need to. I mean, and the other thing is, he's got to get tougher, and he can do that in practice. We spent the last few days after transient, it was all toughness. That's all we worked on. Tough rebounds, you know, blocking each other, diving on the floor, taking charges, gang rebounding together. The gauntlet, which we prepare for a team we play that fouls on every possession, we just put them through a gauntlet where you got to get fouled on the baseline, you get fouled on the wing, you drive to the middle, you get fouled, you pass it, you get fouled again. Called the gauntlet. Remember the gauntlet, Mark?
Yep.
Coach over here, when you're talking about going off of practice, with Mike Gilchrist going out there, he really seems to bring an edge that T feeds off of and Davis feeds off of. It's almost a nastiness. Do you encourage that with these guys?
It's not nasty, it's just he just plays that hard. I mean, when you watch him, you know, it forces you as a player to raise your level of intensity, because if you don't, you stand out. Like, why isn't he playing? Why is he playing cool? He acts like it doesn't matter. And the other dude's diving on the floor, he's talking, he's jumping, he's stabbing, he's blocking, he's sprinting, he's driving. It makes you either mad, or you say, I gotta step this up, I gotta step on the gas. And I think what's happened is, Marcus Teague plays that way too now. I mean, they have that kind of intensity. It's nice to have two out there that way.
Could you just talk a bit more about Teague and what you thought about the way he ran the team even a long time before he took a shot, and just his overall play tonight, please?
He goes 5 for 6, and he goes 7 assists, 2 turns. And again, we're flying up and down the court. So we're not walking, throwing 12 passes, making a slice cut, back screen, top cut. We're flying and driving and moving. And he's got a lot of decisions to make when he has that ball. He has the ball 75% of the time. So the last 2 games, it's 16 assists, 4 turns. Now, it's not, he's going to turn it over some and have less assists and do some things. He's going to screw up some, but he's playing well. You know, again, he gets 12 points on 5 of 6 free throw shooting. Stops defensively when he's not on the ball. Does that a lot. But he's playing well.
2 more questions. John, how encouraging is it, or maybe how important is it that team chemistry this early? Because when Paulson and some of those guys were in scoring, your bench, Gilchrist and were going crazy running up and down.
Well, first of all, Jared Polson can play because he doesn't hurt you. He doesn't go in the game and like, watch this, and then does something crazy. He goes in and just runs the team or plays the shooting guard. What position you want me to play? I'm not going to make the hardest play. He had to play for Kyle Wilshire wide open. He made the three wide open. He missed another wide open shot. And then defensively he does it. And he's longer than you think. He's 6'3" and he jumps. I mean, he can go dunk the ball. So he doesn't hurt you. But it's nice when we put in Sam and Brian, who we don't use that much in practice. And they're in that game and they're playing pretty well. It's kind of neat. And the team cheering those guys on too.
John, in a game like this, when you're turning them over on defense, your kids are playing hard, and they're scoring out of their defense, how much does that help you with your message that, we got to get it done on defense first? They're having fun with it.
Yeah, I think they know and they understand. And they've got guys on this team, 3 of them, really 4 of them, that were in the Final Four and know that you got to have a certain toughness. You have to have a grittiness to you, and you got to defend and rebound. What this team has, the added thing is we block shots. Now, what's funny, last year we blocked shots, which is amazing. Terrence, Josh, and Darius blocked shots last year. But now they're coming at you different ways. And so we have the, let's be tough defensively. Let's scramble it up a little bit. And I mean, I can remember the one time, a kid driving down, he saw Anthony just dribbled right out through to a guy 25 feet. And you say, come on, you can go in there. No, that kid's long. I don't know how many blocks he had today. Terrence had 6 blocks. Anthony had 4. No, I'm sorry. Anthony had 4 blocks. So.
Thank you.
Thanks.